Hello, I hope that all of you are doing good and safe at home. Yes, uh, friends, as we have informed earlier, we will be skipping the fourth lesson. Okay, we'll handle the grammar portions later and we will have a new lesson today. The fifth lesson, Sabina's composition. We see in our day-to-day life, we come across many of the new things that we are learning in our life. Especially when you study something new, we feel that's very difficult for us. But once things is clearly clarified, you see, it's very easy for us. The problem is not with the topics, but with our own understanding. Okay, so here in our new lesson, Sabina's composition, Sabina also find difficulty to write a composition. What is a composition actually? A short essay. But she didn't understand actually what is meant by the composition. And see how her mother comforts her and clarify all her doubts and made her to write a beautiful composition. Okay, you see what we feel difficult. Why? Because we don't know actually what it is meant by. Okay, whatever, we will see in the lesson what it is. Now let's watch the video of the lesson.
Sabina's composition. Who helps you with your homework? Do you do your homework on your own? One day, Sabina does her homework without knowing it. How does that happen? Sabina came home from school one day with her eyes red and teary. What happened? Her mother asked as she hugged Sabina.
I don't know what to do.
Sabina cried.
Our teacher said that we must all bring in a composition tomorrow morning. I can't write compositions. In school, I tried to write on 3 different topics. But see, I can't do it.
Her mother took Sabina's notebook. Sabina had tried to write on the topics time, knowledge, and freedom. This is what she had written.
Time is short. We should all improve our time. Knowledge is a very useful thing. Freedom must be used wisely.
I can't think of another word to say about any of these subjects.
Exclaimed Sabina.
I shall have to go to school without a composition.
Sabina,
Her mother asked.
did the teacher ask you to write on these topics?
No, she just suggested them. We can choose any topic we want. But it's so difficult to find a proper topic.
You've done enough worrying,
Said Sabina's mother.
You did not begin correctly. You have been trying to write about subjects that you do not know much about.
But I just can't find a subject.
Sabina's mother shook her head.
For now, go and play in the garden. I will call you in half an hour.
But my composition?
Began Sabina.
Don't think about your composition. Have fun.
Said her mother. After half an hour, when her mother called her, Sabina looked fresh and happy.
Now,
Said her mother.
I want you to sit by the window with a sheet of paper and a pencil and write something about what you can see.
But my composition?
Asked Sabina.
When will I begin that?
Never mind your composition. We will talk about that later.
Sabina knew that her mother always had a good reason for everything she did. So she took the paper and pencil and sat by the window. Sabina looked out and saw the western sky and some bright sunset clouds.
What a lovely sunset!
she exclaimed.
I know that you all like the video. Okay, here we will continue our discussions. See, Sabina Sabina came crying home. Why? Her teacher asked them to write a composition and she has written something. Actually, on the topic or the type subjects that she didn't know. She's written she started three composition about the subjects, time, knowledge and freedom. But she could write only one sentences for each. And she was teary, crying and came home. When her mother asked, she said, I am afraid to go tomorrow. I have to write a composition and I don't know how to do it. And tomorrow, without writing this, I have to go to school. Her mother comforts her and told her to go and play and come back. When she came back, she was very fresh. And her mother asked her, with a paper and pencil, sit near the window and write whatever she sees. And we will see what sights she has noticed. Okay, her mind was fresh after playing, so she could see all the beauty of the nature. When her mother asked her to write something that you see, she was upset again and she asked, what about my composition? When shall I write it? Her mother said, yes, you will. Right. Do what I am telling now. We will write it later. And see, Sabina knew that whatever her mother, without any reason she would do. Whatever she asked her to do, there is something great reason behind it. And she obeyed her mother, and through the window she could see the sunset, the beautiful clouds, the western sky. And her mind was free. Okay friends, in the next class we will continue our discussion and we will see how her mother makes her to write the composition. Okay, until we meet, bye.